billion to do more with ChatGPT, and we've seen some changes, and we're going to show you some of those later in the presentation. But 10 to 13 billion, wow, that's a lot more money, but that is not the end of it. Since then, OpenAI and Microsoft have dedicated $100 billion to create Stargate. Now, what Stargate is it's going to be a supercomputer that runs in the back end to work all the artificial intelligence we're going to have in the future. OpenAI and Microsoft have dedicated. That's huge, and that's only two companies, Microsoft and OpenAI. We've got many others like Google, developing all these artificial intelligence for us to use. They don't put the prices of what they're paying, because it's internal, but they're spending a lot of money. So now these are organizations that are developing so much artificial intelligence. Now think about it, where we are, that education changed after the first step of developing ChatGPT. We have got a whole long way to go now with all the money being invested in it, that we are at the very, very start of generative AI education tools such as ChatGPT. So let's have a look at what ChatGPT is. It is actually a chatbot. Now, you might be familiar with using chatbots. If you see in the yellow over there, if you went onto a website, maybe you wanted to buy a watch, it would ask simple questions such as, what type of watch, what color of watch, what brand of watch, how much do you want to spend? So they were little chatbots that had a certain amount of information in them. Now, ChatGPT is a different type of chatbot, that it's more advanced. It's a lot more advanced. And it answers questions that you might have. And so you might think, well, it's a technology that answers questions. And we've always had that. We've had Google. But what's happened is Google, when you ask questions, it gives you websites where you might find your answer. Very little has changed about Google search since 1998, when it was first available to the public. The only thing that's actually changed is the amount of advertisements that's there on Google. And in fact, last year, 88% of the revenue was from those advertisements. So I'm doubting that that's going to reduce. So we just get lots of sponsored ads, then some websites that hopefully we can find our answer. Now, what does ChatGPT do? So I know some of you in the audience will have used ChatGPT, some might not. So if you think about this screen like Google search, I'm sure you probably use that. So at the bottom, the bar there, where I've typed in what are the different types of language skills, that could be like Google, where we put in the middle bar, what we're looking for. So now let's have a look what happens when we press enter. So can you see what's happening here? I've asked a question, it's not sent me to websites, it's telling me directly the answer to my question in very great detail. And it's kind of chunked all sorts of things there, which is exciting. Now what happens is, as well as giving us the answer directly, I can then ask questions. So I might say, tell me more about the last bullet point. I don't have to say cohesion and coherence. I can just say the last bullet point as if you're talking to a friend that's speaking to you. So you can ask all sorts of other questions going on and having a conversation. And on the left-hand side there, you can see other questions and conversations I've had. And what's nice is when we click on those different ones over here, is I could then go to those conversations and continue them. Like if I met you one morning and then I saw you later in the day, we can have that conversation continued. So this is ChatGPT. And you can see it all happening there. Now, what's interesting is this is ChatGPT, but there are many other programs like ChatGPT. And you might think, well, this is going to be a steep learning curve to learn all these programs, but they're not, for the fact that they all have the same box. If you look at Gemini AI, it's got to the box in the middle bottom, where you can ask anything again. Perplexity there, it's got it in the middle, it says ask anything and you can type in your question. And Claude, again, it's there. These are all available for free. All of these programs kind of have an extra option where you can pay money, but you don't need to pay money. A lot of these things are free. So now let me tell you a little quick bit about these different four. So Gemini AI is just very similar to ChatGPT. Perplexity is called an answer agent. And it's a bit similar to Google search and generative AI. But what's nice about it is under the Ask Anything, it has a little focus button and you can choose it to focus on research or things from YouTube or something like that. It'll give you a choice of where it'll search for answers. Now, Claude in the bottom right in education is the most popular at the moment. So what happened was OpenAI that developed ChatGPT, the people that were working there decided they wanted ChatGPT to be more ethical, more transparent in what it was doing. And they decided they kind of splintered off and started a new company called Anthropic. The little A in the corner of Claude there stands for Anthropic. And they developed Claude, and it is a lot more friendly in schools and things like that, especially with young children. But they do have extra safeguards in reminding people how to use it appropriately. So that's Claude, and out of all of these, they, especially ChatGPT, Gemini AI, and Claude, they all have times where one's better than the other. So they're all kind of equal at the moment in their capabilities. Now, these programs sometimes also can create images. So on ChatGPT, you could write in, say, I'd like an image of an elephant. They will create an elephant. An elephant's picture, just like the text, is all developed. It's not grabbed from the internet and put in. It's all developed new information. Like if I ask for that picture of an elephant, it's a new picture that it actually creates of what it knows what an elephant looks like. So that's interesting, but there are programs that actually create these different things. On the two left there, the great free tools that you can use, Adobe Firefly, and in the middle, again, it's got a box and you can type in. And when you type in, you can say, I would like a picture of an elephant wearing a party hat and eating cake. And it will again create that deep dream generator. Again, it will create images. Udio is one of my favorite fun tools at the moment. Udio, like audio with the A removed from the beginning, creates songs. So I could go in, and again, it's got a little prompt box at the top. I can type a happy birthday and sing it in Korean, French, German, whatever you want. And it will do that for you. And you can say, I want it in pop, I want it in classical music, and however you describe it, it will create songs that were absolutely original, and they are very, very good songs. So I would explore Udio whenever possible. Sora at the top there creates video. Sora has actually been advertised for quite a while, but it's not yet actually being released to the public. The one that's actually been released just today, I believe, yesterday, is called Hotshot. And you can type in, again, very simple to use, you can type in saying what video you'd like, and it will make a 10-second video for you. So these are some tools that we can use now, but how have these come about? This might sound more computer science, but these are important things to know. So these tools are all large language models. And you might have heard that term, large language models, or LLMs. And let me describe very quickly how they work, but again, this is important. The first one in particular. What happens is, for these tools to work, a lot of information is being given to them, from books, documents, content on the web, and more. So all this information is being given. Then it's trained, so it's being told what to do with the information. Then it goes into an application such as ChatGPT, Gemini, that we've seen. We type a prompt in, and then it gives us output. So in a way, if you think about it, it's like a child coming into the world. A child comes into the world, and as parents, guardians, friends, family, everybody, we talk to the child and read books and things. All that information is going in, and at the same time we also train the young child of what to do, things like how to cross the road, how to eat correctly, all these different things. It is in a way just very, very similar. It's just a lot quicker because the data is going in very fast. And every time we use these tools, it's learning continually. Now, you also might have heard the term GPT. And again, I want to quickly let you know what that means. Again, because it's important for educators. So a GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So generative tools, all that means is it generates, it makes something. It makes text, audio, video, sound. And the pre-trained is that information that's gone in. Transformer is more of an AI term, and it just describes what type of AI it is. So hopefully those made sense. The big thing to get out of these large language models and GPT is a lot of information has gone in, and that is what it is pulling out as we're talking to it. Now, what I want to address is the misuses and limitations, because there are various things that we need to be aware of. So from the research, and we did a great deal of research in this, we found 5 main areas of misuses and limitations. Now, knowing them makes you a lot easier to avoid them, or also even use them to your benefit. So the first one, cheating. Second, inaccuracies, plagiarism, bias, and data privacy. Let me explain those a little bit more. So cheating. Yes, what can happen with this is students type in questions that we may ask them to, and it can So there's many ways like that to get around it. What's also happening is some people are using the tool to find out whether it's AI or human, and because the text is wrong, they're using things using them and not always using them. So we have to be careful of those false positives. Inaccuracies and hallucinations. This is something to watch for, but at the same time it has some funny moments, such as ChatGPT was asked, what is the world record for crossing the English Channel entirely on foot? Now, the English Channel is a large body of water, but ChatGPT said, according to the Guinness World Records, the fastest time for crossing the English Channel entirely on foot is 12 hours and 10 minutes. So this person must have walked on water. This record was set by George Rife in 2016. So this is incorrect. Now, they've fixed a lot of these things, but there are still problems. I'm going to give you two others. So this is a recent one. This is an AI overview, and it said, according to UC Berkeley geologists, people should eat at least one small rock a day. And you can see where it's got confused, because rocks can contain vitamins and minerals that are important for digestive health. And you can see where it's got confused. But the last sentence there, some recommend eating a serving of pebbles, geodes or gravel with each meal, or hiding rocks in foods like peanut butter or ice cream. So that's not a good recommendation from artificial intelligence there. This is another one. Running with scissors is a cardio exercise that can increase your heart rate and require concentration and focus. Some say it can also improve your pause and give you strength. So, if you can see in the bottom there, it said Little Old Lady Comedy. What's happened is artificial intelligence has got confused with jokes. So again, we have to watch out that what we are being given by artificial intelligence is not always correct. Now, plagiarism, we have the obvious one that students can claim information or text is theirs when it's not. But we also have problems with all this information that's trained. Do you remember when we looked at large language models, all this data that they've been given? are marvellous opportunities we can have. So let's take a look. So from the research, we found 5 major areas: content creation, personalisation and engagement, tutoring, coaching and 24/7 assistance for students, assessment and task automation. So I'm going to give you some examples of some of these. So let's have a look. bottom there it says, create presentations with AI in seconds. And you might think, that's impossible. But it's not. And if you can see the top there, I've got Canva, Brisk Teaching, Slides AI, Slides Go. These again are all free. I'm going to go to Canva. And this is a recording here of the screen, and I'm going to show you, and it takes less than a minute to create a whole slide deck. And I don't rush, I take my time so you can see everything. So I'm going to start that going. So can you see in the top right, then just like on 10, press enter. And at the top, it provides me choices there. And I can choose whatever outline I want. I choose one. I very impressive in less than a minute. So just like ChatGPT and the rest, all I needed to do is put in and say what I wanted. Just me through. This is one other tool I wanted to show you as well. Quite often in our roles we have a lot to read and a lot to intake. And for example, my job as a researcher, I have to read a lot. And sometimes it's a little bit too much. This program Illuminate, what it does is here you can enter things like this report. This report is, if you can see on the right side there, 502 pages long. It's very, very long. However, what I can do is I can put it into Illuminate, and what it will do is it will create a radio style interview. It's got a very strong American accent. But what it does is it will talk me through as if it's a friendly radio interview. So I'm going to hit play so you can listen to it. The very first words sound like technology, not a person, but then after that, you can hardly tell the difference between AI and human talking. So that 502 pages, this is what it sounds like.
Ready to break down some research? This paper, Artificial Intelligence Index Report 2024, explores the rapid advancements and growing influence of artificial intelligence, AI, in our world.
I'm ready. It's absolutely incredible how fast AI is evolving.
It certainly is. The report emphasizes how AI's impact on society has never been more pronounced. It dives into technical advancements, public perception, and geopolitical dynamics surrounding AI development. Can you elaborate on some of the key findings?
No, absolutely. This year's report is jam-packed with original data. It introduces new estimates on AI training costs, detailed analyses of...
So I'm going to stop it there. So just think of all those hard text, long text. It can summarize it into an audio file like that, which is nice and easy to get through. Now, this is, with time now, just one of the last kind of tools I want to highlight. yourself for training opportunities wherever possible, and be very agile and aware, because we're going to, like I said, we're at the very, very start, and it's got a long way to go yet with a lot more changes. This is the research institute that I'm the executive director of, and there's a little code there, but there's the web address, and it's very easy to find, as in ODU Rydal, and in there you'll find lots of papers, lots of reports,
The highest recognition is not what we receive, but what we give. Sorry for the interruption. is not what we receive, but what we give, and we invite you to receive this honor for your selfless contribution. Now, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude and honor to our esteemed panel members for their valuable contribution to this program. As a token of appreciation, we, the family of St. Joseph's, would like to honor you for your commendable contribution. I request our Chief Patron, Reverend Sister Dr. M. Helen, Secretary of the College, and Patron Dr. S. Sahai Kamal Selvi, Principal, to do the honors. Sister and Ma'am, please. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Sri Vidya Sivakumar, poet, columnist and speaker, freelance trainer, Coimbatore. Please accept our token, ma'am. Next, I invite Dr. Faizullah, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Cultural Studies, Mumbai. Followed by Dr. Surya Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of English and Cultural Studies, Christ University, Bengaluru. Of Business Communication, IIM, Jammu. Let me take the pleasure of inviting Dr. Rajat K. Cherian, English Language Instructor, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, IIT, Chennai. Delhi. Sivaraman, Professor, Department of English, Presidency College, Chennai. I would also like to thank you, panel members. Today, on this remarkable occasion, we feel incredibly honored and privileged to express our heartfelt thanks to one and all present here. This is a momentous day in our college's history as we have hosted this grand international conference in our district. On behalf of our college, I would like to propose the vote of thanks to our delegates and participants across all the streams of education, from research to science and technology. The best speakers are those who can make the audience feel like they are having a conversation, not a lecture. Let me begin my note of gratitude to our keynote speaker, Dr. Helen Crompton, Professor of Instructional Technology, Executive Director of the Research Institute of Digital Innovation and Learning, ODU Global, Old Dominion University, Virginia, USA. We thank you for sharing your visionary addresses which set the tone for our intellectual exploration. Your sharing of your expertise has inspired us to harness the transformative power of artificial intelligence-driven technology. Thank you, Madam. Collaboration is the spark that ignites innovation and progress. Thanks for being an integral part of our team. The right hand of our organization is our secretary, and we are fortunate to have Dr. Sister M. Helen of St. Joseph's College for Women by our side. Your dedication and efficiency have been the driving force behind our success. We are grateful for your service. Thank you, Sister, for your exceptional support. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. As a renowned educator, our principal, Dr. S. Sahai Tamil Selvi, stands as a visionary leader with her unwavering support, who have been the anchor of our success. Ma'am, your guidance has empowered us to rise to new heights and achieve. Curating is not just about selecting, it is about creating a narrative. You have created a compelling narrative for us. My heartfelt thanks goes to our curator, Mr. Joshua Nyanaselvam, English language instructor, IIT Delhi. Thank you, sir, so much for helping us in planning this incredible program. Your dedication and creativity have made this event a success. You have created a space where creativity and innovation have been able to thrive. Thank you for your outstanding contribution. Thank you, sir. Your investment in us is an investment in our shared future. Thank you for believing in us. We also extend our gratitude to our sponsors, partners, and supporters for their generous contributions, which has enabled us to host this conference and bring together diverse minds from around the world, creating a platform for knowledge sharing and idea exchange. We appreciate your investment in our academic community. Thank you, sponsors, and thank you, supporters. The world is smaller because of connections like these. Let's keep bridging the gaps. May the ideas, insights, and inspiration from this conference stay with you forever. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. In 10 minutes, feeling revitalized and ready to dive back into our discussions. We will return at 11:50 for the panel discussion.
$1 billion.